Well, today's date is April 29th, and we are at Burton Park in Athens, Georgia. Burton Park. The typical trail most people take is they're right here, and we are at this point here, and they go along the river and up here and back. Well, we're going to go up into the woods, sort of the mountain crest view, and then we'll meet up with this and go around and come back this way. Trying to see if it, 1.4 mile is the length. There we go. Took me a second to figure that out. Okay. A lot of people come here, walk their dogs. It's got a nice little creek here, which flows into the river to our left, but the creek is to our right. Various park rules here. This is in the morning, about 9 a.m., maybe 9:30. And the creek to the left, this will flow into the river, sort of just out of sight around these bends here. And then on the other side, the creek flowing down. And right up there to the left is where we're going to start our hike. Typically, most people when they come in, they just go straight, which will follow the river down that way. There's a variety of picnic tables, trash cans. I've seen another number of people come to this area and they'll lay out a blanket and have a picnic out here. Sort of a sandy area. A little cliff here. See the cliffs. They're about maybe 15 feet tall at the highest point up there. The creek to our right. And now we're coming up to where we need to step up and get on the trail. That's a big step there. Now we're up a little higher up above the creek, but the creek is still to our right. Our trail goes this way. There's a little trail that goes right down here, down to the creek, which you can make out down there. And it follows the creek for a couple hundred yards maybe. All right, let's get back on our main trail, the orange trail, as we continue going up. This is the Burton Park in Athens, Georgia. We will continue to gain elevation here. A little switchback we just went through. Old Ben Burton Road is just off Malcolm Bridge Road, and you can hear some of the traffic in the background. Okay. Something was wrong with my phone there for a second. I think I hit the wrong button on the gimbal. I turned it off. Okay, I hit the wrong button on my gimbal and it turned it off and the phone went wonky. That's the word, wonky. It's a nice cool morning right now. I've got a long sleeve flannel shirt on. It has been, what, about a year and a half now since I have done a hiking video. I think I did one at Fort Yargo. And at Fort Yargo they had done a lot of they were doing some upgrades to the place. They were building a bridge. They had drained the lake quite a bit so they could do that. I'll have to go back there next and give you an update on all that because it looks really nice there now. The bridge is completed. The lake is back. Part of the trail they have closed, I noticed, which is not good. This is part of this trail I have never been on, so this is kind of nice. Always went the other way whenever I did this. I like this trail. Oh, I recently visited another park in Georgia called Don Carter. I'd never been there. It's a state park. And my wife and I did some hiking there. Not quite 2 miles. But we really liked it. It was a beautiful hiking trails. The facilities were not as nice as Fort Yargo, but the trails were in better condition, and that was really nice. They were well marked, they were wide, you could almost walk two abreast for almost all the way. Like this trail is, you can't do that. It's not wide enough. But they were very well marked with very nice signs. So it's, if you had a map, you knew exactly where you were and where you were going. Some maps are not that good. Fort Yargo is not as detailed as that was. I've just done Fort Yargo so much, I know what's there and where it is and where they go. I'm glad I left my flannel shirt on. It's really cool in here in the shade. Okay, going up some more elevation here. I'm starting to hear the river on the left, starting to get closer to it. More elevation. Every now and then I see a path going off to the right or left. I'm staying on this main one. Okay, there's a main trail here, Not exactly sure which way. I'm going to stay away from the river and take the right. Quite a bit of elevation here. Continuing up. Well, this is an interesting open area. Wasn't expecting this. It's paved underneath here. And there's a road way off to the right up there, and it's a gate that's closed. Interesting. All right, so we're gonna head down this way. Burton Park is not a main park. It's just a small park. But it's not too bad. Now we're definitely headed toward the sound of the river. Okay. This looks like the original trail that I've been on before, yeah. Yep, there's the orange trail mark. It's where it meets up with the main one that followed the river. Then this goes back, makes a loop and comes back. Been losing elevation here for a little bit. A little switchback here. I'm still learning how to use this gimbal. I'm finding it hard to get it to go where I want it to go sometimes. Okay. There we go. Shows how far we got there. See the yellow circle, that's where we are. We just connected. So we'll go up and do the loop and we'll come back along the river. Beautiful day for this. Still cool. Awesome for hiking. I think it's like 69, maybe, something like that. Every now and then I see a squirrel or a chipmunk. I don't know if you noticed that squirrel that was off to the right there as we walked by. Once we make this loop, I'll try to take a route closer to the river so you can get a good view of it. I believe it's the Oconee River. Okay, we made the loop. Looks like there's another creek that comes in here into the river up above. And I'm sure we'll get a better view of it up here. Well, 'tis the season. I'm hitting spider webs. Okay, we get a little view here. Nice. Back on the trail. Oh, I can smell honeysuckle through there. Really nice. Well, I'm going through a bunch of spider webs. I can feel it in my hair. Only thing I don't like about this trail is that, and this is the way it is for some of the trails at the botanical gardens, there's growth so dense around you that you can't help but walk through spider webs. Usually I'd be holding a stick in front of me, capturing most of them. But here I gotta hold my camera. Okay, we're back on that trail. We made that little loop. But this time we'll go back along the river and we'll see some more nice shots of it up ahead. I see the trail I came in on the left. There it is. Okay. I like the terrain here. I love the rocks. Well, I've been getting into gold panning a little bit. Different streams I go by, I would like to try it just to see, like the little stream that was up here that flowed into the Oconee River that you saw at the beginning of this video. I went up and I found a nice little spot, so I panned for maybe an hour. Found nothing, but it was good practice. Now I can hear the river fairly well on my right. There should be a path up here that I can take to go get a better view of it. Here we go. Oh, and there's a wall down here. Interesting. I remember once there used to be some kind of hydro dam back in like over 100 years ago. I think this might have been part of it. Hydroelectric facility. I'll look for a better place to get down and over. Ooh, sun's coming through up ahead, that's for sure. Look how bright it is. Wow. Walking through an area where there's these power lines cut through the woods. That's what I passed earlier, further back. Okay, we're going to stick to the right so we can get closer to the river. Water flowing here. There we go. Nice, good, cool shade. Onto the left, here's part of that pipe that we saw when we first came in. Not exactly sure what that was for. Okay, the river. Okay, let's get down here and take a look. Ooh, I'm walking on a lot of sand here. Let's go this way. Yeah, I can get across here. Get another spider web. Nice river here. Easy going. I see dog prints. This is a nice view up here. I gotta get this. I love the rocks. Oh, check that out up there. Zoom in on that a little bit. Isn't that nice? Okay, time to get back on the trail. Sorry. Got a tickle in my throat. Let's go back the way we came. And we're almost back. Walking on thick sand here. And to the right, the river is a real calm out in this area. Or smooth, let me rephrase that. Not calm, but smooth. Nice wide area here. Good place to throw a frisbee. And here's another cross trail that would hook up to where I walked before, I believe. Look at that tree down in the distance on the right, bent way over. That's cool. Nice picnic tables. Great place to bring your dog or throw a frisbee. Well, if you live in Athens, you want to visit a nice little hiking trail, nice little park with the river flowing by, it's a good place to go. You can just stick next to this main road that I'm on here, this main trail, if you don't want to go through the woods like I did. But it's enjoyable. It's a nice park. There's only maybe, I don't know, maybe 20 or 30 parking spaces. It's open from dawn to dusk. I can see the bridge up there. I don't like walking right into the sun here. That's the way it is when you go in the morning. Sometimes it can't be helped. Maybe you'll see my hand up there. I'm trying to block some of the sunlight from getting into the lens. Okay, we made it back to the bridge. And down here, that's the way we originally went. You can see the sort of 15-foot cliff over there. Going back over the bridge. This little creek flows into the Oconee River. And that's it. I hope you guys had a great time. I enjoy this park every now and then, and I'm sure I'll see it again someday. This is Marcovian signing off.